How many rings do you got? Right? That's what they always ask. And, for me, 1, 2, 3, I just want 4 or 5, like I don't care.
All right, so both Big Ball Paul and Mr. October are back. That would be Joey Logano, of course, and the fans, well, they reacted as they always do. All right, Joey Logano, I'm hiding this because I got your shirt on today, bud.
Yes. I like it.
I raided my kid's closet for it. This is actually like something that I bought them for Christmas, and so I was like, I gotta wear Joey today. So
That's awesome.
this
Well,
is like
looks
a
good.
throwback, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of throwback, let's throw back to when you got out of the car last night. Let's listen to what we heard in the stands.
Final 2 laps, did you realize how close it was between you and Ross Chastain?
Yeah, everyone was telling me how close it was going to be there, and gosh, what a fans are. Is that me? Is that who they're booing at?
Were they really booing you?
I yes.
What the heck?
And I honestly, like, my opinion, I sat there, I was like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Um, yeah, I was confused for a second, but then I was kind of like, yeah, well, oh well, they don't like it.
I'll tell you what you did wrong is that you advanced to the round of 8. I have heard in the last, I don't know, 12 hours, nobody wants to see Joey Logano in the round of 8. Nobody wants to see Joey Logano in the championship 4. That's how dangerous people think that you are. What level of danger do you think that you guys bring in this round? And then if you do make it to the championship 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've proven over the years that we're a real strong race team. We're mentally tough, and that's why we were able to continue to get from round to round. And I think people recognize that. I wouldn't say it's a secret to say that we're not the fastest car week in and week out, but we're tough, and it's really hard to shake us. And I think we showed that again yesterday, where we may not have been the fastest car out there, but we had a mistake-free day for the most part, and was able to do just good enough, just barely to get through. So I think that's when you get this late in the playoffs and the pressure's on everybody, it really shows. It really shows up if you're able to handle the pressure that is on your, is there, because it's real. It's there. There's no hiding from it. You can't run from it. It's true, and not everybody is able to perform under that. And I feel like I have a great team that can handle that, and actually looks forward to it, because we realized at this point that is our strength.
Yeah, how does it different kind of going into this without a championship, right? Because you've been in that situation before. You've been in a situation going, try to get your second, trying to get your third. Now, this is the 4th time that you're trying to do this. Does having 3 championships, does it bring more pressure for you guys to get another one? Or do you feel like just going for that first one is the ultimate pressure cooker?
Um, I honestly don't think I feel different, and I think that's probably why we still can compete. Um, I think there's some people that would say, "Hey, you got one, and you're forever a champion, and that's a big deal," or 2 or 3, and become content with that. I think that's an easy trap to fall into, uh, and I'm not like that.
Mm.
I'm just like, I tell you, I am as simple minded as it comes when it comes to what the goal is. It's always to win the championship. It doesn't matter what you did last year. It doesn't matter how many you have. The goal is still the same, and you have to do whatever it takes to get there. Uh, until I am done driving race cars, that is forever going to be the goal. No matter the format, no matter anything else, the goal is always to win that, because that is the biggest prize. Period. Hands down, the championship is what it's all about. It's what you're measured by at the end of your career, is how many championships do you have in any sport? How many rings do you got, right? That's what they always ask. And, for me, 1, 2, 3, I just want 4 or 5, like I don't care.
And that is why no one wants to see you in the round of 8. No one wants to see you in the championship 4. And that is why those boos were raining down when you got out of that car last night, because what you said right there is, I'll do anything that it takes to win a championship. You've proven that before. You've got that Martinsville car sitting in that shop of yours as, what you needed to do. I know that you consider that your championship car. But I did see you yesterday morning, and I could tell that maybe optimism, while you're always optimistic that things can go your way, I feel like where you guys were starting the race, there was a little bit of concern. Would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a realistic person. I don't really sugarcoat much. And I knew where we were at. I knew what we had for speed in our car. I knew, where we started was going to be tough to get stage points in the first stage. But I also was optimistic because there's a lot of tire fall off. There was some interesting, scenarios that we don't typically see at the Roval. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe we'll be able to, fabricate something. And then throughout the race, you kind of see some of that just coming true, right? Like we're like, all right, well, I didn't really guess wrong on this one. And the one was a little better than us, there's no doubt. But, like I said, if we're able to just keep grinding away, just keep doing our thing, we were able to score a couple stage points there in the second stage, which was obviously very necessary. And then, the last call at the end by Paul, I mean, that was really the biggest difference, where we kind of realized that, hey, our car's falling off harder than others. We're going to commit to put our last set of qualifiers on, and which were, our scuffs, in other words, and fire away, run as hard as I can, and see if we can make up the spots we needed to. And it's interesting really watching the last run, because his strength was the long run.
Mm-hmm. I heard you say that to him afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he tanked the last run. So I don't know exactly why or what happened, but, he obviously played into our hands pretty good.
Can we just call Paul what he is, please? I mean, we got to stick with the nickname. And when's the merchandise coming out? Go ahead, Joey.
I know,
you
right?
can say it, not me, right?
I mean, Paul you know what it is, though? It's funny because everyone would look at it and say, gosh, these are just gutsy calls, right? Like, this guy is he just goes for it. But I don't think in his mind it is that way at all. He's not winging it up there on the box. The guy gets it.
That's right.
Like, he really understands the strategy of these races. I honestly think there's no one better at calling a race than Paul Wolf. Right. And I'm lucky to drive his car to reap the benefits of that. And he's been doing it for years, right? When you think about when he was Brad's crew chief, they won races all the time. I mean, it would frustrate me all the time because I'd sit there and they'd be like, are you for real? Like, you just won this race. You weren't even but now I'm on the good end of it now. But he's just gets it. And, he understands what, the speed we have in our car, what we can and can't do, what we have to accomplish, and when to take those risks and when not, and what the risk really is, right? What's the downside to it? He does a good job at kind of analyzing all that on the fly, and having the guts to make the call, though, is challenging, right? You can have all the data in front of you. You can know kind of what your risk is, but someone's got to do it, right? Like, someone's got to say, this is the decision, we're going to do it, and stand behind it. And he makes the call, right? And then I'm able to be able to follow through with it, right? It takes a little bit of both, that we have to all work together to make that happen. But someone's got to make the calls, and he does it.
Takes a lot of basketballs, right, to make those calls, if you know what I mean.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there. Right, with 10 to go, you pit. You're from 14th. You're 2 up at that point. Does he just say come, and you say, all right, I'm, or is there a back and forth? Anything in your mind? You just trust him that he's going to make the right call?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that it was going to happen. Just kind of going off of what he was talking about on the radio and asking me certain questions, I kind of was like, okay, I think I know what's about to happen here. And obviously we don't want to talk too much on the radio and tell them what we're doing, but we know each other enough. I could put 2 and 2 together pretty quickly and say, okay, here's what's about to happen. So I was in, right? Like, I had no reason to say anything different, right? Like, you got to have faith in each other, right? He's got to have faith in me. I got to have faith in him. we got to talk about our strengths and weaknesses together, right? Like we gotta be open and honest about that stuff, but we also got to support each other, just like any relationship, right? Just like you do with your spouse or whatever, you have to be open about it, and have the hard conversations. And a driver crew chief is pretty similar to that. So Paul does that with me. I try to do it with him. We try to do our best there, and but the biggest thing is you got to believe in each other. And we were able to, when he told me to pit, there's not a thought in my mind that said this was wrong. I was like, yeah, okay, let's go. You got all the data in front of you, so let's do it.
That's awesome. And then you come back out, and there was a little bit of a fever, a little fire lit under you. What did you think when you saw the 11? Because I heard you talk last week, thanked Denny for wrecking Bubba, because if Bubba had won, it would have been a totally different story for you. And then it's the 11 and Ross. Like, when you see the 11 pass Ross, what are you thinking?
I mean, I think I need to start looking for good Christmas gifts for the guy.
Well, I was going to ask you that, because I know you send the wine and the wine glasses. Like, is Denny going to get the wine?
I think I should put him on the list. But yeah, just that was a difference maker, right? I mean, honestly, our fate was in Denny Hamlin's hands, right? Like, if he chose not to pass the one, we're out. I mean, that's just right. The 48 wasn't going to go past him. I don't believe so. So, I think that was a situation that was, well, and then when Coleman, my spotter, told me, all right, he passed him off a 7 there, I was like, okay, like, we're in good shape here. I'm like, I just don't wreck. I'm okay. And I saw them ahead of me because we were catching them with the new tires. We were catching them at a pretty quick rate, but not in time. And I saw them ahead of me, and I saw how far Denny was ahead. I'm like, oh, he can't get him from there. That's too far back. And then I watched him go into the final chicane there, and I was like, oh, my God.
He got him.
Oh, no. And then once I saw the one spinning out, I was like, all right, I'm okay. I just got to not wreck here. But, yeah.
But it looked like you were still racing the one across. Like, as he's backwards, I'm thinking to myself, is Joey still racing the one? Like, to get, like, he's like, let's go.
Well, at that point, it didn't matter as I saw him there, but I was more concerned about him turning the wheel. Like, when he was going backwards, I'm like, he's going to do like a cop stop, you know what I mean? And just spin the thing around right in front of me. It's like, So I just tried to get as far away as possible.
Because like you, we know that Ross will do anything it takes to transfer, to win, to do what he needs to do. There was some audio picked up. Apparently, Denny didn't know the point situation, and we saw some video. I don't know if you saw this, saying like, I wouldn't have passed him if I knew. I know you wanted to know every single piece of information about what was going on playoff wise, right? I mean, I guess that's just how different people handle it.
Well, I think every team's different and every driver's different, because some drivers are just like, hey, just let me race and tell me where I'm at later. I don't want that distraction in my mind, those type of things. It's just not who I am, right? Like, I got to know everything all the time. Like, there's not too much information that can be fed to me, because I feel like that's what helps me make good decisions in the car. But for others, they just, hey, shut up and let me drive. And that's okay too, right? It's just kind of different ways of doing it.
4-time winner at Vegas. So 2 of those were the championship seasons for you. But do you know, like, I know starting where you start is really important. Do you know how many times you've started outside the top 10 at Las Vegas?
I feel like not too many. We've qualified fairly well there.
Yes. So in 24 starts, you've only, I think it's 24 starts. I have made my notes are a little wrong, but only 4 in your entire career. 4 starts at Las Vegas outside the top 10. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm not trying to jinx you here, but what is it about starting and getting a good start and that track in particular with the 4 wins that you just, I mean, I'm sure you guys have a ton of confidence going into this weekend.
I think the pit stall selection is pretty important there. Also, I mean, just being towards the front is always good at any track. We've had some good cars there. I feel like the wins that we have there have come in many different ways, right? There's been a couple of them that's just fast, and then there's been one of them on a strategy call with staying out on a green-white checker. And there's one of them last year, right, where we stretched the fuel and wanted out fuel mileage. So I feel like we've been able to do it in different ways, and that race really can fall a lot of different ways. We've seen it, right? So we'll just have to get out there, see what we have for speed in our car again, and hopefully it's got some speed. Hopefully it's fast, and we can, manipulate the strategy the way we want to, right? Sometimes you get put in a box where you have to do certain things, but when you're fast, like it was for Shane yesterday, he's so fast it don't matter how he calls the
Yeah.
race, he's going to win the race. Right? Like when you're that fast, it doesn't matter. You hope to have speed like that.
He's pretty amazing. Is there even a way that you can put a value on winning if you were to be able to go out and get that first win in the round of 8 and not have to worry about Talladega and not have to worry about Martinsville and just focus on Phoenix? Is there a value even?
Yeah, I don't know how to put a number on it, but it's, I mean, we've been able to do that a couple times
Hmm.
before, and it's turned into a championship. Uh, there's something to be said to just focusing on one race instead of tongue hanging out trying to get there. Um, Not to say that you won't win if you don't win Vegas this weekend, but it does present an advantage. There's no doubt. Because you don't even care. Like those other 2 races, you're just like, you don't even look at anything. Like you don't prep at it. You just whatever, like you go
Yeah.
through the motions and just keep
Don't
talking
wreck.
about Phoenix. I mean,
Just
that's a good place to be.
just go out, have fun, don't wreck. Well, Mr. October is certainly a great nickname for you, Joey, and big. You know what, Paul? I would like a shirt. It's not official until we actually have merchandise that says that for Paul Wolf. So we'll have to maybe work with the. I don't know if Roger
I
would
don't know if
approve
it'll get
that.
approved. I don't think it will.
We could maybe make NASCAR Chasm can maybe make some. I'm sure he would be ready to go with that. I think that's about all I've got for you. I think the day was summed up a lot by Coleman Presley, just giving a big sigh of relief when that race was over. I'm sure across the board that's how it went. Congrats on transferring into the round of 8, Mr. Logano.
Thank you. It was
All right.
a great day, and now we got to make something of it, right? Getting it around to 8, not doing anything doesn't mean anything. So we got to keep going after it.
As mentioned, I did steal this from my son's closet. It actually doesn't fit him anymore. I think I bought it for them when they were much smaller for Christmas. My kids have been Joey Logano fans since day one. So I'm going to give best day ever. I know I'm selfish, right? But I'm going to give it to me. Not only was I able to yesterday host a drivers meeting again 3 times in a row, but I was able to bring one of my kids, Liam, with me to watch me do it. I've been bringing my kids to Charlotte Motor Speedway. I have some pictures when they were less than a year old. I think they were, 5 months old, 6 months old, in strollers, brought them into the media center. So it was really cool to walk around with Liam yesterday. He's now 15. A lot of the people that are in the garage remember me in expandable fire suit, remember me before I was even pregnant with my kids. And so to be there this weekend with Liam and walking around, people saying hello, people excited to see him, me kind of talking him through everything. And yes, he did get to see Joey. So I actually met Joey the very first time I interviewed Joey Logano. He was just turned 16. So he was the same age that my 2 boys are right now. They're huge Joey Logano fans, still are. And so it was a good day for mom and of course for the kiddos who were very happy to see Joey Logano transfer. Transferring on to Las Vegas, we're going to start the round of 8. And this is where it gets really exciting, ladies and gentlemen. You win and you're going to Phoenix. And as you just heard Joey say, it is a huge deal. So we'll see who we've got right here on the day after next week. See ya.